Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Legends of Runeterra. We're continuing our Fiora shenanigans today with another deck. I've been experimenting so much, trying to mix up all the regions together, see what their most interesting combinations you can get by maximizing the value of the cards. And for today, I bring to you a Demacia Ionia with Zed and Fiora. Remember, we did a Demacia Ionia deck with Lucian and Zed. It was quite nice, but I switched to Lucian, and I also modified a couple of cards here and there. Why? Because Fiora serves a lot much better as a challenger and as a sniping target, we should say. And of course, if you encounter a deck that has no such abilities, like Frostbite in Freljord or Ionia with Deny or Recall, Will of Ionia of course, or Stun decks, this baby can take your game home and win you the match pretty easily. Mostly because you can either go to Fiora to win the game, or you can either go to Zed to win the game. Now, against specific decks, like the one that uses tokens like Inspider tokens, we can call them tokens because they're 1/1s, Fiora excels there. And on the other hand, in decks that tend to go really slow, like in control decks that want to snipe your Fiora, Zed is the key. Let's take a look at the deck, and now you'll pretty much understand why. So we've got Chain Vest, Fleet Feather Tracker, Health Potion, Radiant Strike, Brush Seal Protector, Single Combat, Dawn Speakers, just one copy, it's enough. Fiora, Prismatic Barrier, Relentless Pursuit, just one copy again. Standalone, Twin Disciplines, Zed, Riposte, Spirit's Refuge, Radiant Guardian, Dawn and Dusk, Judgment, and Unyielding Spirit. Now, if you guys do not know, here's a little secret. If you have Unyielding Spirit on a creature and you play Dawn and Dusk on it, guess what? The copies should be ephemeral and should die at the end of the round. Guess what? If the card you have targeted has Unyielding Spirit, then the resulting copies will have Unyielding Spirit. That makes it a very nice combination to use it with Radiant Guardian with Unyielding Spirit, or with Zed. I wouldn't say much about Fiora because the copies of Fiora have a different counter. Now, if you copy Fiora and your Fiora on the board has 2 out of 4 kills, then the copies will have 0 out of 4 kills. So it's not that great, I'd say. But on Zed, now that is a whole lot different meaning. Why? Because Zed also spawns the Living Shadow. So basically, using Dawn and Dusk on Zed will create 3 Immortal Zeds, and well, the Living Shadows won't have Unyielding Spirit, but nonetheless, you can just attack with 3 Zeds and you'll have a full board of attack, meaning 6 creatures, which is the maximum admitted number. Continuing, we've got Riposte, Spirit's Refuge, Radiant Guardian, Dawn Dusk Judgment, and Unyielding Spirit. Judgment is situational, but it's good nonetheless if you manage to draw it. Now, the combinations, as I mentioned, they're pretty much there. They're pretty obvious. They're there to keep your champions alive, including Zed, including Fiora, that Chain Vest, the Health Potion, Radiant Strike, give +1/+1 this round. Remember, leveled up Zed carries over his stats and his keywords over to the Living Shadow. Of course, again, I'm repeating, only if he's leveled up. If he's not leveled up, he will only carry the stats, meaning the damage and HP. But the HP is pretty much irrelevant since the clone will die anyway. but having Zed buffed up constantly to survive incoming onslaughts can prove pretty nice, and when you the game against your opponent, because most likely he'll just Zed will just slip under your opponent's nose. Now, of course, Twin Disciplines, you can use it on Zed with the +3 attack, but I use it mostly with the defensive capability. The 3 HP extra helps a lot with keeping Zed alive and keeping Fiora alive till you draw Unyielding Spirit. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple and easy to play. And again, you can also use those cards to keep other creatures alive, including Fleet Feather Tracker. If you manage to put Chain Vest's Grant an Ally Tough on Fleet Feather Tracker, basically, if you're playing against a Shadow Isles that tend to cast spells dealing 1 damage to all, or just 1 damage to a creature, Fleet Feather Tracker survives, and you can use it later on to remove something out of your way to push on with Zed, or you can basically try to chip away some HP so Fiora can do her nasty. Now, this is basically the strategy, and this is how the deck should work. Let's give it a go on ladder and see how it goes. Ooh, Twisted Fate. Haven't seen this much around. Let's see how we fare against this one. It's a decent hand, but we have nothing of value. Oh, there's one Zed. Thank you, RNGesus. And we'll also have a tracker. Let's deploy that. Now, there won't be any low battery today, unfortunately. I had quite a lot of meetings, and in some of them I had to pick them up on my phone because I was running all over the place with my kid. And my battery went pretty low around somewhere in the afternoon, so I had to put it for charging. It's pretty much like 70%. There's no way we're gonna hit low battery today. Just as a heads up. And for some reason I should have attacked that. I got greedy, went with 2 trackers and lost them both.
Fresh is worth at least twice as much.
Ooh. For 1. If I summon Zed, he's toast. I just hope I'm going to get something. Or hopefully he will play it as a defensive unit. Ooh, there's Fiora. If I play Fiora, I won't be able to keep Zed alive. Always be mindful of your resources. Sometimes it's better to attack first and see what your options are afterwards, because if you dive all in, like I did with the trackers, got greedy and I got dead. We're gonna protect Zed. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. It's hammer time. Zed just leveled up. Epic. Oh man, stealing cards. Shame on you. Well, it's nice. Managed to get Fiora out. We got plenty of options to keep Fiora alive. Now, I don't think we can keep both Zed and Fiora alive. This is gonna suck. Oh, that's 2. 3 challenges. Something is gonna die. I haven't tried healing a creature over its maximum HP. I don't know what it does. Might try it someday with the AI. I don't know if it just heals until his HP limit, his normal HP limit, or current HP limit if he has like a permanent buff or something. So I think I'm gonna go with Fiora.
Strike without worry.
If Healing Potion would have worked on Zed, taking him to 4 HP and then applying the vest, Zed would have survived. 1 HP. Ooh. Single combat.
I will put you down. Try me.
Let's see if we manage to get both creatures. But I highly doubt it. Calling Strike. Now, Fiora should level up after combat. So that spell will be negated because Fiora is going to be 4 attack, 4 power, and not 3. And I'm going to destroy the other creature.
2 down.
Gotcha. Cheers, mate.
I'm not greedy. My friends, though.
Okay. So we've hit the interesting part. Highly curious to see what happens now. Twisted Fate. Oh, deal 2 and stun. Now Fiora is down to just 2 HP. My opponent does not have challengers, so should be fine. Yep, pass. Puff, puff, and pass. Nice. Yeah, I have nothing. He's giving me the win. Oh boy. That was fun. That was fun. He thought I had nothing. He actually believed that he could take Fiora out. He was wrong. And he paid the price. Ooh. Our next game is against what I think it is a Heimer control deck, but with Shadow Isles instead of Ionia. That means my opponent is aiming for drains, board control, mass board control. Spells are already starting to shoot here and there. Thermogenic Beam just got rid of our tracker. And there's Elise. Now, I will defend. Not gonna stay around and just do nothing, because I can take Elise out. My opponent has no mana. Rysteel Protector is 3-2. And Elise did not attack. See? They're called nuclear deterrents. That's why countries have nuclear weapons. Rysteel Protector is not a nuclear weapon, but it's a flimsy card that can take your champion out. That's pretty much it. Will he defend with Elise? Highly doubt it. He didn't attack with her just because. He wants those juicy spiders. And I'm guessing he has the card in hand to spawn 3 spiders. He just needs the mana. Unfortunately, he could also have Thermogenic Beam, and dropping Fiora would have costed me Fiora. Ahaha. Okay, he went for it. No, yeah, he went for it. Sure, I can challenge Elise. Now, will he do something about it? He could. He's got like 7 mana. Ready to use on whatever spell he might have in hand. But I also have some tricks up my sleeve. And I'm gonna do just that. Defend and survive. Trade better than favorably. Because I can. With this deck. Sure, the survivability cards are meant for Zed and Fiora, but eliminating a champion and keeping your flimsy 2 costs on the field is more than enough. At least in my book. It's like in chess, he just traded a bishop for a pawn. Well, a pawn on steroids, but doesn't matter. It's the same principle. Ooh, we got Zed. But we also have Unyielding Spirit. So I'm aiming for my opponent to use something to deplete his mana and try to get rid of Fiora. Come on, come on. That's good. That's actually decent. Unyielding Spirit. And now, unless I get swarmed by a gazillion of creatures, I should be safe. I got Fiora, I'm gonna spawn Zed next turn, I'm gonna push a lot. I'm gonna use Fiora to get some of those creatures out of the way for Zed. It's a nice combo. I like it. Heimerdinger. And we've got single combat. Let's put some more stuff on the board. Try to force his hand into playing something else. Nothing. Well, dear sir, I am truly sorry then. You will get a single combat to the face. Like goodbye, Heimerdinger.
This will be quick.
Yep, it will be quick indeed. And no more Heimerdinger. And hello Zed, by the way. Board is getting pretty crowded. Let's get rid of that. We're gonna deal quite a lot of damage. I mean, we could boost it. We could boost Zed with 3 attack, but it's more than likely my opponent can get rid of Zed. So I'll just be left with the 6 attack Living Shadow, which will just disappear afterwards. So I'd rather have Zed protected. Didn't use any mana here. I'll see what my opponent does and probably respond accordingly. There you have it. It's a spell. Let's see what it is. 2 spells. Grasp of the Undying. Cast on itself. And gotcha. Cast on Zed. This is exactly what I was talking about. And we get to deal 6 damage anyway. And we get to keep Zed, and oh, he's just leveled up. Guess what? It's probably game over next turn because my opponent only has 7 HP left, and my opponent surrenders. We just bulldozed our wins here. This deck is something else, and I'm gonna keep improving it. Just need more cards. Big shout out to my channel supporters, Tom and Ruin Quad. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!